A renewed focus is on the future of the Intel project in Ohio now that the Trump administration's 10% stake in the company was announced on Friday. NBC News now reporting that the National Economic Council director says the U.S. government could take equity stakes in even more companies. Intel promised a $20 billion investment and 3,000 long-term high-paying jobs, also construction jobs. We're bringing back 21 News at 5 political analyst, University of Akron political science professor, Dr. David Cohen. He's here to reflect on the U.S. making such an investment. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, so the administration used grants. Those were part of the CHIPS Act that were passed under the Biden administration to do this. The last time we saw the U.S. step in and take a stake in a company was during the 2009 American Auto bailout. How significant is it for the U.S. to do this, to take stake in a private company like Intel right now?
Well, it's a pretty big step. I mean, the United States is the biggest capitalist economy in the world, and this really isn't capitalism. This is more like corporate socialism. It's I guess, a few steps away from nationalizing these companies. It's a pretty, I guess, innovative way at this point to try and incentivize these companies to start building and making things in this country.
And the president first praised the CEO of Intel after their meeting at the White House. He did that. But 2 weeks ago, he called the executive to resign for alleged ties to China. So what do you make about the about face?
Well, I think the CEO met with him, said some nice things to him, stroked his ego a little bit, like you have to do with the president. And once that happened, and the CEO agreed to have the United States take a stake in the company, then Trump changed his tune. And that is a recurring pattern with the president. Corporate leaders know this, foreign leaders know this, that the best way to influence the president is to flatter him and to try and get on his good side. And once that happens, good things will happen for you.
Or could it possibly signal that this investment is important in terms of the Intel project in Ohio? What do you think about the timing and the project itself?
Well, there's no question it's important. And I know so many people, so many political leaders in Ohio were frustrated because Intel had started building these major plants in Licking County. A lot of money had been, given to Intel to incentivize them building here. Originally, things were supposed to open this year in 2025. Then they announced that it wouldn't happen until the next decade. So there was a lot of frustration. And it's important. It's not only important for the people of Ohio, and in terms of high-paying jobs coming here, but in terms of the microchip industry and building what is a very important component within the borders of the United States.
I know in my personal interviews with former Lieutenant Governor Houston and current Governor Mike DeWine, they both touted this project heavily and said that this was the next big thing. Could it have political implications for either of them as we head into 2026 if it didn't or does not pan out?
Absolutely. I mean, everybody would be looking kind of silly, not only Governor DeWine and Lieutenant Governor at the time Husted, but also Senator Sherrod Brown, who was, involved in the negotiations to get Intel here. And I think it's important to everybody across the aisle. This is not a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. This is an Ohio issue and a United States issue. And so I think it's in everybody's best interest that they get the Intel project back on track. And that we can have some things, some manufacturing going on at that site sooner rather than later.
All right, Dr. Cohen, thank you so much for taking the time to join us right here on 21 News at 5 as we are watching the business angle and the political angle of this story. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.